Okay, hello. So this video is going to go through ProctorU, what it is, and how we use it. So this is an online proctoring system for exams that we will be using in this course. They are a third-party system, and you will be using this exam system for both your midterm and your final written exams. Your final reading exam is not proctored. A few things that we're going to go through today are the student guide. So I'll show you where to find the information that's in both text and some videos. How do we go about creating a ProctorU account? How do we book an exam? And then how do we write an exam? So if you have any technical issues during your exam, please know that while you're in your exam, the ProctorU proctor can assist you with some things, but not all. And so sometimes it's a situation of having to call the testing center. However, they only have daytime hours, business hours. So if you want to make sure that you have access to both sort of resources, you might want to make sure that you're writing your exam during these times. However, the whole reason you're in an online course is so that you have that time and flexibility. So totally understandable if you need to write it at midnight on a Saturday. Just know that, yes, of course, the proctors can help you, but they can only help you so far because they do not work for Northwest. So if anything sort of comes up during your exam or there's any sort of issues, Northwest will get a report, but you should also email us as well. One thing you will have to do is install Guardian on your computer. Again, I'll show you where the instructions are to do that. If you don't have Guardian, you cannot do the exams. Please read all the information about Guardian, and if there's anything in there that sort of raises your eyebrows, reach out to an instructor. Some key points from the video that is going to talk about setting up your computer or getting ready to write your exam is that you need to have an ID. It can be your Northwest ID or a driver's license, but your driver's license cannot be expired. If it's expired, they will not let you write. Make sure you have a very clear workspace because they will ask you to do scans of your room and your workspace. You may only have one monitor, and your cell phone is actually expected or allowed to be there. They'll tell you where to put it so that they know where it is. And then lastly, no others can be in the room. So you need to make sure that you're somewhere quiet where there's no one else in the room. Some other things, you can't wear sunglasses, you cannot use earbuds or headphones, no non-religious head coverings, and then please note that the launch, so you could go in and it could look like you're waiting for your exam to launch. That can take up to 15, even longer, sometimes 20 minutes for the proctor to come and let you in. So please just be patient on that part. And when you're booking your exam, make sure you have lots of time on the front end and back end in case there's any sort of technical issues or if the proctor takes a long time to come in. Our exam rules is you are allowed bathroom breaks, but you've got to keep in mind that when you come back from the bathroom, you will have to re-scan the room. So please only use this if necessary, but it is there for you if you need it. You will also be allowed 2 pieces of scrap paper. You'll be asked to show it to them front and back. And you may talk during your exam. So if you need to read what you've written out loud, you may do that. A couple other reminders. Accommodated students, you do not use ProctorU. You will write through accommodations. You need to enter your exam through your ProctorU account, not MISAway. So not through the course, not through the booking link in the course. That's how we book our exam. But when we are ready to write our exam, we sign into our ProctorU account, and then your exam will be there for you to enter. If you only have a Chromebook and you don't have any other access to other laptops or desktops, or if there's any other technical issues with the device that you have, please reach out to an instructor and we will sort out another way for you to write, which may involve you coming in and writing in person or using the testing center as a proctor. If you have any issues during the exam, you need to be talking to ProctorU or the testing services desk. While you can email me, there's often not anything that us as the instructors can do on our end, so it needs to be through them. Alright, so this is the video that we're watching, but if we go in here and check the student guide, there'll be a link here to the Northwest student guide. And it's going to look like this. Okay, so lots of stuff in here, but number one is, okay, we need to create a ProctorU account. So it shows you how to go to the ProctorU website, how to create an account, all that fun stuff. And so definitely do that first. Then it talks about, oh, how do I book an exam, reschedule an exam, all of those types of things. So that information is here. Cancellation and late policy, so make sure you have a really good read of that. Here, How do you set up your computer? So you need to make sure you really take your time through this. There's some videos down here as well if you need to watch those. And you'll need to download that Guardian browser that we were chatting about. Now, when it's ready to take your exam, definitely watch this because it's going to show you exactly sort of the process that you're going to be going through. And then there's some other stuff in here. So really take your time to go through this guide. It's going to get you ready to take your exam. However, what we have set up for you is an opportunity to practice the whole setup. So once you've created your ProctorU account, there'll be a booking link for every exam. So for this one, there's a booking link for this practice exam. It's going to take me to the ProctorU account. I'm going to sign in with my credentials. Okay, and then I'm going to accept invitation and schedule now. And then I'm going to be able to pick a time. So say I want to write it on Thursday, submit my search. It's going to give me a bunch of different times that I can potentially write. Sure, 9:20 on Thursday looks good to me. And then I'll schedule it. Okay. So once that's done, when I'm ready to go and write, if you go to your sessions, so log into ProctorU and go to my sessions, you'll see here's my exam here. Now, if I had booked this for today, instead of the countdown, what would be here is enter your exam here. So this is where I enter my exam. I do not enter my exam through the course. I enter my exam through ProctorU. Okay? You must be using this booking link to book your exam. If you are in ProctorU and you're trying to find the exam, what ends up happening is students pick the wrong section and then the passwords don't work and then you're not able to write your exam. So you have to be using this booking link in order to go in and book your exam. But when you're ready to write your exam, you don't go to this quiz here and try and enter the quiz here. You need to go through ProctorU. Okay? So that's pretty much it. If you have any questions about any of this, please reach out, but definitely take your time to go through this whole process, practice setting up your account, practice using the quiz. This quiz is not worth grades, but it's going to allow you to practice that whole setup so that when it comes to the midterm and the final, it's a less stressful situation. As always, if you have any questions, please reach out to an instructor.